Okay, yes, there are rules to success. For most folks, there are actually three. One, you have to see somebody else be successful in that particular event, endeavor, job, whatever. The second is you have to believe that you can be successful in doing the same thing. The third is you have to decide that you are worthy of that success. Now, many folks, quite frankly, will see the success and decide that they're capable, but they may decide that they're not worthy of that success. Their goal may be somewhat intimidating to them. Now, again, you've got to see it, you've got to believe that you can do it, and you've got to decide that you're worthy of it. And success ain't easy. Success requires certain things of you. And success requires more than anything else that you fail. And it's this failing that brings, every time that you fail, you're one step closer to that success and excellence that we all would like to do. We'd all like to have. It's kind of like sharpening a knife. If you take a knife or a person and you put that knife up against something that's harder than it is, you're going to sharpen it. Well, if you take you and you find that you've got obstacles and difficulties in your life, it's going past those obstacles, surpassing those difficulties, that makes each of us stronger. We learn from our failures. We do not learn from success, okay? We celebrate success. Success is the cherry on top of the chocolate soda. We learn from our failures. We learn what not to do. So it is those failures, it's rubbing against that sharpening stone that makes us better, that gives us the strength and character that we go forward with. Unfortunately, in today's society, we've got a new system that's been in effect now for about 15, 20 years. And that is, it's okay for us to become victims. Now that's a fairly new process at the extent that it currently exists. In the past, in what we call the good old days, bad things still happen to good folks. People still failed. Businesses failed. Remember the Great Depression? Remember the wars? All of these things happened and they were devastating. We still had dysfunctional families in 1920. We had dysfunctional families in 1820. We had people that were abused. We had women that were raped. We had children whose lives were destroyed by uncaring, unthinking parents. All of the maladies that exist in our society today, none of them are new. But in the old days, people were expected to get past it. Many of these things you can never get over. If they've happened to you, you know what I'm talking about. You still carry the scars. But the trick in the old days was we have to get past this. We have to move on. We have to get better. Today's society has a new condition. It's called victim. Once you accept that you are a victim and you wrap yourself in that victim's blanket, a terrible thing happens. You never pass out of that blanket. You are no longer being refined by the challenges and obstacles that come into your life. You're being defined by them. That becomes your identity. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. I told you the first rule for success was to be able to see it. But, you know, we've got some folks that don't need to do that. I'll tell you the story of three of them. One of them's a guy named Roger Bannister. Other is a gentleman by the name of Sir Edmund Hillary and his partner, Tenzing Norgay. Now, 1950, Edmund Hillary, Tenzing Norgay, successfully climbed to the top of Mount Everest and returned. Now, many people had tried this before. In fact, they suspect that one team actually made it to the top, but none of them got down alive. Hillary and Norgay did. They were the first two to ever climb Mount Everest successfully.